Let's see now. What's changed since we were gone? Yeah, if anything, looks like things are settling down. That's Llama for you. Hey there, Llama! We're back!
The cleanup work has been much more complicated than I expected. Solving problems that have built up over time is a tall order, to say the least. I believe it will take a few weeks more. Fortunately, those who remained appear to have shaken off the initial confusion and are becoming more proactive by the day. It's as if they've finally been forced to come face to face with what their faith actually is.
And it's all thanks to you.
No, I should have done this a lot sooner. I've been focused on taking care of myself these past few days, so I'm in a good place. And since you're looking after the moon marrow for us, I should be able to help you investigate the truth of the past.
Speaking of which, have you heard anything new about that phantom?
I've tried asking around, but to no avail. What about you?
We haven't made much progress either. But here's what we've got.
I think I've got the gist of it. Sounds like you've got your work cut out for you too. Don't forget to take good care of yourselves. In any case, please, come this way.
What do you see? What? Is it over already?
This appears to have occurred a long, long time ago. The memories I sensed are highly turbulent and disordered, so that is all my power allows me to discern.
Huh? What's the matter?
The flowers changed color.
Yeah, we should go see her and see if we can help her in some way.
I'll leave that in your hands then.
Oh wait, here you go. This is the medicine you asked the Curatorium of Secrets to help prepare earlier.
Ah, thanks for coming all this way with it. You've been a huge help. Also, if I may, I have a feeling that Kuthar might be able to help you get a more detailed glimpse at the memories about your spaceship.
Oh, that's true. She's the Kutar after all. But we best check if she's doing okay first. See you later then. She doesn't look so good. Sorry for disturbing you, but are you okay?
Dizzy. It's like I'm returning to the moon.
Wait, it's not that bad, is it?
I sense the moon's power within you.
We got the moon marrow back from the Fatui. Can it help you in any way?
And what do you require this time?
Come on, don't even think about that. Right now, you gotta focus on getting better.
I might need your assistance in the future.
Oh. Very well. Give me your hand. Back to Earth. My thanks.
Your feet never left the ground. But anyway, feeling any better?
Significantly. The moon within your body, it is as silent as a reflection in the water. Fascinating. I merely drew forth a ray of its light from the water. Enough to keep me tethered to the ground for now.
I think I sense some other changes as well.
That is the moon goddess's favor. All things I come into contact with will bear this mark. It is harmless, and will fade over time.
Speaking of which, do you want to be the Moon Marrow's custodian, now that you've got your power back? It's supposed to be something that belongs to a god in any case, right?
It is the remains of Arya, goddess of the eternal moon.
So it does have to do with... Wait, what?
Did you not know this already?
Llama just said it was different from the other fragments, and that she could sense divine power within it.
And she is correct. When I drew that ray of moonlight from the marrow, I also drew some memories from within. That is how I know that it belongs to the goddess of the eternal moon.
But Llama also saw the past by using the Moon Marrow. Why didn't she see that?
There were once 3 moons in the sky, each belonging to a goddess who ruled over it. But after the War of Funerary Flame, all 3 lay slain, and 2 of the 3 moons were shattered during the conflict. After Arya's death, her power coalesced into this moon marrow. The iridescent moon's remains have never been found. And while the Frost Moon's goddess died herself, her moon was never broken. As the prophecy stated, this moon would birth a new deity sooner or later. The entity the Frost Moon Scions call the Kutar. I can sense that my power belongs to the Frost Moon, but it lies beyond the false sky, too distant from me. Forget controlling it. Sensing it alone requires immense effort.
Oh, wait, let Paimon count this up. We have the Eternal Moon's Marrow with us. No one can find the iridescent moons. Does that mean you have the Frost Moon's Marrow inside you then?
No. It can only form after the moon goddess is dead. consider it a form of energy core. You may as well ask if there are rocks on the moon.
Oh, so you're saying that you represent the Frost Moon's power, right?
Yes. Now, a god with a gnosis is named an Archon. Since you bear the moon marrow, does that make you a moon goddess? You do not wish to become one?
That's not really the problem here. Also, why are you so eager to pass that title on to someone else? Anyway, never mind this becoming a moon goddess stuff for now. We're asking if we should return this moon marrow to you.
I do not desire it.
Huh?
Nor does it desire to come to me.
And what does that mean?
When I came into contact with its power, I sensed a kind of rejection. I can only guess that this is because I, too, am a moon goddess. Two moons will not rise at the same time, let alone consume one another.
Guess it's stuck with me for now then.
You sure that's gonna be okay? Glauma did say that you've hidden its power well, but the damselette sensed it just fine. And it's the wild hunt we're dealing with here, not some run-of-the-mill enemy. If it detects the marrow...
The wild hunt? You speak of that phenomenon as if you were describing a person.
Well, it sure looks like there's a person behind it all. Someone with a super clear goal, too. They've been after the moon marrow non-stop.
That seems to ring a bell.
Huh? Does it really?
My colleagues used to mention someone, back when I was still with the Fatui. He hailed from Conria, gaining abyssal power during the cataclysm, and he had a consuming fixation on the moons.
Conria? Well, we don't know if the phantom we saw has anything to do with that, but the details kinda match. What was his name?
I only know what others called him. The Reihir of Solnari. Huh. There was that title too. Yes.
Wait a second. Dane mentioned him, didn't he? Does that mean that our enemy is Rerir, one of the five?
If that was the case, surely he'd be stronger than this, though.
I have heard that he disappeared not long after the cataclysm. But when I asked my colleagues where he went, they replied, "Do you really not know?"
Why would they say that?
The tale of his final fate has it that he fell into the moon's reflection, from which there can be no return.
Wait, hold up, pause. There's just too much information.
I felt the same. They seemed to think that I should be the one who would know everything about the moons. But as I said, my prologue lies beyond the false skies. I do not even remember my name.
Oh.
Either way, following his departure, the wild hunt situation worsened drastically, and it has since become a byword for abyssal disaster. The present phenomenon may have inherited the same title, but it far surpasses its past incarnation in both scale and lethality.
Oh, to think that we're up against one of the infamous 5 sinners. That's way too much for us to handle. That incident on Star Sand Shoal must have been luck then. Or maybe he wasn't giving it his all. And even then, he still defeated Marionette.
Oh? What did you just say? Would you mind repeating that?
That's your ex-colleague? So, we were on Star Sand Shoal together, and she was beaten by the Wild Hunt, too. Did you just laugh?
No.
She totally did. Are you two on bad terms or something?
No. I simply imagined the put-out expression she must have worn in that moment, and found it interesting.
She seemed quite shaken.
Oh, she'll adjust soon enough. She's very good at that.
Okay, anyway, we've gotten off topic. Now that we know how dangerous the guy targeting the moon marrow is, you sure you want to carry it around with you, Traveler?
If Fatui intelligence is to be believed, Rerir would prevail even if all of Nod Cry were to stand against him. Perhaps something restricts him, if only for the moment.
Before I decide, there's a favor I'd like to ask you, Columbina.
What do you need?
Do you think you'd be able to show me what happened when my sister and I arrived in Nodcry? I mean, when our spaceship first landed.
Sure.
That was quick.
As I said, this to me is but a single ray of moonlight. Nothing to it. Give me your hand, and ready yourself.
Where is this?
Aether! Come on! We have to leave this place!
What?
Hey, are you okay?
Our spaceship. A long, long time passed after we landed. No one left the ship during that time, but Lumine found me from outside of it somehow.
Huh? How would that even be possible?
I don't know.
The secrets within memories are like cookie crumbs. Take a bite, and they go everywhere.
All right. I'll keep the moon marrow with me.
Well, if you say so. Paimon can't stop you, but still. Ooh.
Will you need my help? I could help you conceal the marrow.
You could? Oh, that'd be great.
Detecting it within you is already no easy task, but I can teach you to further conceal its presence using Kuvaki. Like this.
Ooh, looks like a shield.
Can you sense it? Now, try to maintain it. You learn quickly.
Huh. Looks pretty sturdy. Could probably be used in self-defense in a pinch, huh? Are you always here, Columbina? It's kinda dangerous out there, sure, but have you, like, taken a walk outside or something?
I dislike strangers. Slightly better.
Yeah, the Frost Moon Scions have changed since you last saw them. Who knows? You might actually like them.
I will consider it.
She seems kinda tired. Either way, thanks for agreeing to help us.
It wasn't much. The flowers here. They like guests like you.
Best let her rest.
The Raker of Solnari. I've never heard that name before. Let's keep this news confidential for the time being. It would only cause even more panic amongst the people of Nodcry. But if this Rarir is as you describe, he will be a truly formidable opponent if we try to take him on by our strength alone.
Yeah, things might be okay if everyone was willing to work together, but right now... Exactly! Whatever the case, let's start by telling those we can get to join up about the crisis. As it happens, we have our own reasons to protect Nodcry, but even if we didn't, we'd never leave people in the lurch. That ain't our style.
Thank you. The Frost Moon Scions will stand with you to prevent this crisis as best we can. In addition, I believe that the relationships between the various factions in this land are not cast in stone. The winds of change are blowing, and we Scions have nowhere to run. Our faith, our sect, all of it is here. Whether our foe is the Fatui or this Raker, we must stand our ground and remain true to ourselves, even to the last.
Let's see. Speaking of allies, the Krumkake craft shop is the closest by, right? Enough is sure to help us.
The wind blows stronger. May your path ahead be smooth.
Friendly approach detected. We meet again.
Listen, listen! We've got updates on the wild hunt situation.
Threat level exceeds expectations.
Phew, doesn't matter if he's the Rahira Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens! You were there when we fired it, right? If that isn't the kind of firepower that helps you sleep at night, I don't know what is!
True, but the cannon only works against shambling monsters, right? What if Riri's super fast?
Well, we'll just get enough to go grab him and tie him down.
You're not taking this seriously at all, are you?
Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kuvaki, which we'll be shipping to Nasha Town. More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot.
You sure have been looking forward to this battle, huh?
Of course! This is gonna be the shot that shocks the world. All of Nagkrai, heck, all of Snezhnaya will know my name once we're through. Sure, travel safe.
I know. There remains intel left unshared.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since you're investigating the wild hunt, something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that once you're back. Remember that Sosi guy? The Ratnik in charge of firing the cannon? He's been found dead in their organization's offices.
Wait, what? Didn't we just see him, like, half a day ago?
Yeah, it's still new news. So not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we'd worked together closely. And even then, only just now. I'll send Anafa over to Nashi Town with some flowers later.
Oh, he seemed like a good guy. Didn't put on any airs despite being a superior officer either.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most accomplished amongst the Lightkeeper's sergeant majors. His character has also received commendation. Most would have lacked the motivation to fatally attack him.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Hey! What do you mean, actually? Either way, I'm not clued in on the details. Only Ratniki have been allowed on site to investigate the scene. You'll have to find some way in if you want to check it out for yourselves.
Got it. Let's go then. You coming along, Anafa?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batches of ammunition must be randomly inspected. You go ahead.
All right. We'll see you later.
Hang on! Weren't you supposed to bring me some candy? You said you would.
Sorry, but things happen kind of suddenly, so...
Batch inspection complete. Approved. Next up.
Fearless.
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that Ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Ah! Never! When did you...
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then? Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess? Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in. No need to jump to conclusions.
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter. For now, please keep the current situation confidential.
Paimon might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed before performing the deed.
Entering unopposed? So, do you think there's a chance that the culprit would usually have right of entry?
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from a nearby resident. Specifically, that Flint's was seen entering and leaving this place in the time period when the crime most likely occurred.
Flint's?
We have tried to contact him, but he has not replied.
Very odd indeed.
So, he's the prime suspect right now, right?
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. So he lacks the motive to commit such a terrible crime. But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen. So, the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. A sticky situation indeed. We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions, all of which will require a reasonable explanation.
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all. What could he be doing?
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's or Rerir in disguise?
Yeah! What reason would Flint's have to murder Sosie anyway?
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah! They would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? No one has ever seen a phantom that can take the form of other humans within the Wild Hunt. This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge, likely so that he could act in secret under other guises.
But no matter what, borrowing identities comes with risks, right? What if you bump into the person you're imitating along the way?
Precisely. In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk, similar to how he came in disguise to obtain the moon marrow. He likely knew then that the real Flints would not appear and get in his way during this time. We'd have to ask Flints ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. We can't discount the possibility that he might actually be the murderer himself. Not yet, at least. And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rarier may have already killed Flints long ago, and been living as him for some time now. Yes, that is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do, or we might never see him again.
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry, you'll receive a top-class reward in return. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Oh right, before we go, should we reveal Rarier's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? That'll teach him to sneak around pretending to be other people. Hey, why are you laughing?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos. Setting aside the matter of evidence, some may trust Flint's on our account, whereas others would suspect him on account of his behavior. Tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rarier more opportunities to capitalize on. And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh? Nothing for it then. We've just gotta find Flint's.
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither be excessively afraid of Rarier, nor trust in Flint's too lightly. This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies, and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
Oh, right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important. Thanks a bunch, Nefer.
You're welcome. I've charged it to your account, by the way.
Hey, you! Whoa! The fog's really rolling in. Quick! Grab the light source! Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on, let's go see!
Will at last part ways.
Monsters!
Suffer the wrath of Eastleaf!
Allow me!
Paradigm shift!
lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not falling for that again. There's something inside it. Some small device. Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore? Is it broken? Oh, we better take it with us.
Merciless.
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flint's voice? Did you hear that? But is that really him?
How shall the Savior save themselves?
Ah! More baddies!
You should fulfill our pact! You two! Time to end them!
Just reach
Into the void! Merciless!
We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick, use the lantern!
Operissos. Yamalune sattesi forampo kalun. Besendik is doing.
Hand it over. That was mine from the first.
Tutonine torai desnevite.
You're a fool. You again.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern now! It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
You were tangling with Rara out here all by yourself.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your aid. To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such abilities. And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there. It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what Rara claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely. But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And for some reason, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds since I last encountered him. And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away? Were our places switched, would you discard it, knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp?
Yeah, throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing weaker by the day, that sounds super dangerous too.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Those who flee when troubles come are nothing more than deserters. Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and most outstanding assistance to thank for my continued ability to speak such platitudes. Either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. That must have made it useless to Rerir. I doubt he would have retreated so readily otherwise. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Well, no, but...
Ah. I see. To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more difficulty tracking me down. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely must find me.
You mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt anomaly.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who It seems dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the wild hunt massing to strike. Well, at least they're not dead.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast then. But if Rurier could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kavaki device to find you himself?
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should, owing to abyssal interference.
Ah, guess that explains it.
So not only is this Rurier ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. As such, he was very seldom able to go back and visit his family. He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to transfer him out.
Oh.
But every year they would say, "Wait a little longer. Wait a little longer." He often wondered if it was because he was lacking somehow. In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good work does not always lead to good outcomes. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. A most convenient choice for them, at least. Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss? So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone, that no one could see. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rurier's head.
Oh. Well, at least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Could Rarer be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime? We shall just have to exercise some discretion then. Come on. Let us be on our way.
To work! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get him!
Allow me!
Paradigm shift! Merciless! Merciless! Your hard work is paying off, as it should.
I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've gotta trust him. Hello?
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosi's remains. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so. Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
We'll do our part too. All right, we're going in. See you later.
For now, please keep the current situation confidential.
Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on. Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why do this?
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nashatown. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned. Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Ugh, this is so frustrating! You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have been broken in combat.
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon...
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right! If only there were some way to prove it.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And one more thing. Remember to pick me up by the window.